Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. With that, let's get on up to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. For the call, we bring in our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. The streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Here we go. 180! Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Garoppolo. That one complete to Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
A gain of 12. And the Titans first down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got him.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Roberts got it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Garoppolo's pass complete to number 86, Zach Ertz. Touchdown, Tennessee.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 6-play drive, and the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man who's now in his 11th season in the league, Matthew Stafford at 31 years of age.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's the offense, and we give you too much power here. We let you highlight the player. Why'd you choose Zeitler?
Because I think the big guys up front never get enough credit. Kevin Zeitler, a guard, tough, nasty. We've got to give him some love.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 15 carries, 64 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. A look now at how Tennessee's going to line up defensively. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Titans 7, Colts nothing.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg. Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense and giving your athlete, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Johnson, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Garoppolo. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here we go.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They go back to the ground with Johnson, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Johnson's got it complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Dawson tacks on the point after, and it's now 14-0. That time a 9-play drive, and it ends with a Tennessee score. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Stafford. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On first down, it's Stafford. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paul Richardson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And a look here at the Colts defense. And despite being down, the Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, the veteran Ted Ginn. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now, a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal.
Pick me up. Here we go. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now.
Coming to you. Coming to you.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Play action. Stafford.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. 2nd down and goal. Stafford, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13. So let's get an update on what's going on.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Complete. He finds Bray. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Stafford now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. It's brought in by Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Ito Smith, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Garoppolo now, and his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo underneath for Johnson. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get him down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin to drive with Hill. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Stafford now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down at the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Hill. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. And, Charles, maybe that's one they had dialed up. Hey, if we're in a 4th and goal situation, we're going to our muscle.
And you can feel the boom, boom, boom all the way up here where we sit. The earth was shaking, and he found his way into the end zone.
Yeah, but that's such a great guy to have around the goal line, isn't it?
Indeed it is. It's a great extra dimension to add to your offense. When you can finish things with power, that's hard for a defense to deal with.
Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and they end up getting sacked.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Titans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll let it fly in the direction again. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Stafford, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He'll buy some time right. Finding Gabriel complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's Hill. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Well, there was a trust factor in that call. Turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the 1st down. But how about the defense? They were ready for him, and they were able to stop him.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on the play of the game now. 4th and goal. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum.
Touchdown, Titans! Tyreek Hill, 94 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So Matthew Stafford in the offense, down by 12, just over a minute 40 to play. Their undefeated season about to go by the wayside, barring a late miracle. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Ted Ginn's going to go. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Ted Ginn, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Even though we're not on the goal line, this is essentially a goal line look as they come up for 2nd down. Again, it's Johnson. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. Now he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now is the Titans punter. He's been terrific so far. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Open man is Cameron Batson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. From the 50 at Stafford.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. If he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Tennessee, it's a second win now as they move to 2-10 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Colts,
EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.